Hey students, so obviously I am not here today, but I want to go through a little of what you're going to be doing. Uh, of course, it's all on Schoology and it goes step by step there, if you can see. But when you open up the folder for today, you'll see that step one is to finish writing your blog post draft and posting it up onto your actual blog. Some of you are done, a lot of you might be already done. I would say that if you're already done, you should take some time, at least 10 minutes, to go through and review on your own what you wrote. Make sure that it makes sense. Make sure that it's including not just examples, but actually explicitly going through the examples and connecting them back to your claim through your reasoning. Um, I've glanced not necessarily in one class, but kind of across the board. I've glanced at different people's responses. A lot of people are giving better examples now, but they're not really explaining how it connects to their claim, or they're giving a very vague claim. So, such as, you know, perspective is affected by identity, or um, something along the lines where they have the statement, but they're not going into the because. And the because is really important to include in that claim. So you'll start off with finish writing your blog post, and then you'll post it up onto your blog. And then this step three, that's what I want to go through partially in this video. You add images to your blog and reference or explain them. So you'll click on that and it will open up this document. And this document, it explains what you're going to be doing. We have slightly different directions on for ours versus how Miss McAllister has it set for her class. So I want to be clear on the way that you're doing it for our class. So the instructions, most of you have done one pagers in English class. This is similar. It is not the same. It is not a one pager, but it's very similar to a one pager. So I don't want you to come out saying, oh, well, this is not exactly one pager. It's not the exact same thing, but I want you to have a place to begin thinking about it from. Okay, so it's similar to a one pager. What you will do is you'll create an image to represent your learning from this unit, or to represent how you conveyed your ideas in your written response, so in your blog post. So you have two options here. You can either represent your learning from this entire unit. If that feels too big for you, then just represent what you've done in your blog post. But you're trying to not just represent it, but really make a connection, show what your thought process is. In addition to this image, you should have text that's explaining it. This second point is what differs for our class. Ours is a little different than answering in your blog post. Some of you have already finished your blog post and you're going to say, well, I don't want to go back and add this into it. You don't have to. You can create a brand new blog post your image, and then below it, in a paragraph, explain what you were thinking through, how you were thinking through things, what your image is meant to convey, and how it connects back to either your learning or to your blog post. That is what's going to really differentiate between those who just get like meeting, who stay at meeting, who get meeting extending, and who get extending. If you use any images from online, you must make sure that you cite them, and you should source them from here. You may also do this on paper. I have paper sitting over in the red bin near my desk. You can grab a piece of paper from there if you would prefer. You can also do it digitally. Some of you are really good at creating digital images. You may do that as well. All right, so you create the image and then you will add it onto your blog post. Just a couple notes about extending. If you create an image and use it in your blog, it helps you to reach. Extending, it says you can. It doesn't mean that you absolutely get it just because you do that. To reach extending fully, you will need to reference or mention the image. And this is where you're not just mentioning it, you're explaining your image, explaining what you're trying to do in a paragraph below it. If you want to add it directly into your blog post and explain it in your blog post, you may. There's not a penalty for doing it one way or the other. So I'm fine with either, but you need to have that text portion there. So this image is an example of one you might create. But what I will say is, one, if you create an image, it should not look exactly like this. You can't just steal this idea. This is of an image you might create, but I want you to notice that this would still only be a meeting. The person does not have any actual text that explains their learning, explains why they created this image, and explains how they connect it back to their blog. So this would just be a meeting. And even if they did explain it, that doesn't guarantee extending. They could still be at meeting/extending because their explanation is not that good. So remember that it's doing this helps you get to extending, but it is not a guaranteed extending. You have to still do those extra portions. So with that said, those are the main things you're working on. Then the updating R&R sheet, a lot of you will say, well, when I open this, it only opens to mine. To copy from my updated sheet, you have to click on the My Updated Sheet or this one down here using Mr. Fosix, and then that will pop open. Oh, and I don't have it open right now, but it'll pop open my R&R. If you're having trouble with the R&R, skip it for right now, and then just jump down to this blog post self-assessment form and complete that. And then if you've done all of that, you can start commenting on two people's blogs from class. Remember, the way that we do it is when you go into the blogging folder, you go to yours, so we'll pretend I'm in block 2, and I'm gonna be Oscar right now. So if I'm Oscar, I'm gonna do the person above me and the person below me. So I'm gonna do Eleni's blog, and then I'm gonna do Teddy's blog. If those people haven't posted yet, then you can go to the person above them or below them to start responding. Okay, with that said, if you have any other questions, you can send me an email. I'll have my email open. And I will see you in class on Friday. Hopefully everything's good. And remember, if you get a good note from the sub, that will put me in a good mood and you might get something. All right, I will see you later.